How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video. Damn, my eyes look tired. Sorry if my eyes look super tired. I don't know what it is. Actually, I do know what it is. It's because I got up at 5 a.m. today. It's currently 8:30. But I'm not tired. I don't know why my eyes seem like it. Anyways, yeah, that's not important. So today's video is actually pretty important because it is like a lot of people when they're on self-improvement or want to do hard tasks, they just discipline themselves as much as possible. And yeah, you see those influencers online, they're like, yeah, discipline. But like, you gotta understand that there's some want behind discipline. Like, nobody can just have zero want. Like, maybe David Goggins and like some other people who have like had like really tough lives, or like past, I like to say. But then there's always some sort of want behind that discipline. And you know, half the time people post about discipline, like, yeah, you have to have discipline. There are gonna be some times where you really don't want to do that thing. But I'd say 50% of the time, those influencers want to do that. And that's because they have found a way to trick their brain into craving that hard work. So in this video today, I'm going to be showing you how you can do exactly that. Let's go. And the number one is going to hurt a lot of people. And that is quitting video games. You know, if you guys are like an old, viewer of my channel, back when I first started it, I wasn't really against video games, and I'm still not like fully against it. But like back then I would be like, 1 hour video games is okay. But honestly, that applies to some things. And for something like this, you kind of have to quit video games. Let me explain. So why do we play video games? Number one, it might just be a way for you to like talk to friends and hang out. If I'm being honest, that was a huge thing for me. Just being able to like talk to friends and just communicate with them, right? But a lot of people, like especially the ones who play like RPGs, maybe like GTA. GTA is a perfect example. Video games like those create fake progress. And your brain loves doing that. Like your brain loves progress and loves kind of getting that, okay, yeah, we're getting better kind of feeling. And you're doing exactly that with video games. Yeah, especially like GTA, you're leveling up a fake character that's not even real, and your brain likes that. So I've said this in a reel before, and I'll say it again. I've said it in like previous videos as well. But like for me, back when I used to play GTA all the time, there would be some nights where I would stay up so fucking late. I'm talking about 2 a.m. Like, this is the determination I had. I would like stay up and grind this one heist just to get a certain amount of money so I can buy a fucking $10 million yacht in the game. So imagine if you took those hours and put it towards a business and stayed up until 2 a.m. to work on a business so you can buy a real yacht in real life. But yeah, I think you know what I mean by this. Honestly, once you get this one little thing down, it becomes a lot easier to do that hard work. Like, I've got like a couple other things in this video that I want to talk about to rewire your brain to crave hard work. But honestly, just this one thing could change everything. So if you quit video games and swap that out for like high dopamine tasks, your brain's gonna crave that instead. So imagine you put all of the hours that you're putting into video game, leveling up a fake character, and put it into real life, right? Because then your brain's gonna be like, okay, let's instead of like going on GTA, let's go hit the gym and get stronger. Let's go for a run and build some stamina. Let's whatever you want to do. Let's go work on this business so we can get richer. It's gonna start craving whatever progress is there. And yeah, in the beginning, in the first couple weeks, maybe even first couple like month and a half, 2 months, your brain might still crave video games. Because let's be honest, video games and like a bunch of other bad habits are like the highest dopamine like activities you could do. And you know what? It's like, honestly, it's like a drug. It's like anything. If you're trying to withdraw from nicotine or like alcohol, you're trying to get sober, it's gonna take a while. You can't just completely swap it and expect your brain not to crave the old thing. You kind of need to give it some time to be able to fully get over that and fully be wired to the new stuff, like running, working out. Like, you can still do that instead of like spending, okay, say you save like 2 hours per night going like playing video games. You can try and find some activities that are like still high dopamine activities, but that completely swap out video games, so you're not playing video games anymore. And over time, if you keep doing that with like any free time that you have and you like to play video games, if you always swap that out for like higher dopamine activities that are like better for you, like running, working out, or whatever it is, your brain is slowly gonna realize, okay, well, he's not playing this stupid video game anymore. Let's just crave the next thing, which is the dopamine tasks. And that's a good thing. It's a bad thing if your brain is craving video games because you're not doing anything with your life. But if you're going out, running, working out, hanging out with friends, building a business, and seeing that progress, like if for a business example, like seeing yourself progress in terms of business, you're getting clients and stuff, your brain's gonna be hooked to that. It's gonna be wanting that progress. It's gonna be wanting your physique changes. It's gonna be wanting your ability to run miles without being tired. And here's the thing, here's the sad truth. You wanna know why people don't really do this? It's because it takes a lot longer to level shit up in real life than in a video game. And that's obvious. But that's why people lean towards the video games, because it's a quick dopamine fix and it's like fake progress. But once again, if you have some like persistence and you have the drive for it and you also have patience, your brain will slowly start to forget about video games and crave whatever like productive shit that you want to do. For me, honestly, like I feel so ashamed and also like so like I feel like shit if I don't do anything with my day. If I just sit at the screen and do like absolute jack shit, watch Netflix, maybe play video games all day, I can't do that. Back then, yeah, absolutely. And I would kind of feel like, I wouldn't feel like shit, but I would feel like, I wouldn't feel like happy enough, or I wouldn't feel excited enough when I went for a run or working out now. Instead, now, I am. And if I'm being honest, video games don't even faze me. Like, I try to load up GTA and it's like I was able to play GTA by myself before. Now, like, bro, it's fucking boring. Like, I'm not even joking. I close the game within 5 minutes. And there's some times where I load up the Xbox, I'll like this is a very rare occasion. Maybe once a month, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just play some video games for like an hour. And I load up the Xbox. I'm like, yo, I have like 50 games in my library that I used to play, but I don't want to play any of them. So if you understand what I'm trying to say, my brain has completely detached from video games and attached itself to the hard work type of stuff. Because what I did is I quit video games, I stopped playing it and told my brain, no, you know what, you're not doing this shit anymore. And then it slowly started understanding, slowly started being like, okay, you know what, fine, we'll just go to the next thing, which is, you know, the running, working out, business shit, I don't know, whatever, anything like that. So yeah, if you swap out video games for high dopamine activities, like once again, I'm not even gonna say the same fucking examples, but anything that's like aligned to your goals or it's actually gonna make you feel like you did something, actually when you actually are doing something, not just fucking playing GTA, it'll be so much easier for you to like do the hard work because your brain is gonna crave it in the first place. So yeah, even that one lesson alone will change everything. But let me go more deeper into the second part of this video is if you're still gooning, just stop. Yeah, it's been a while since I brought this topic up in a YouTube video. Yeah, there was this one time in grade 10 where I had a huge era of videos where at least I would bring up gooning and how you should stop every fucking video, and that caused me to get absolutely bullied at school. Okay, I wouldn't say bullied, but like a lot of people just like found me weird, and I'm not surprised. If you found out some guy in your school is making videos about like gooning and shit, that I would. But anyways, that's not even the reason why I stopped. It's because I just didn't think it was necessary anymore because I talked about it so much. But anyways, that doesn't matter. But yeah, okay. So what I mean by this is I think everybody knows like how this works at this point. But if you don't, I'll explain it anyways. Yeah, gooning is probably the highest dopamine like stripping activity you could do ever. Actually, I won't say stripping, but like a dopamine stripping. It adds add dopamine, I guess you could say. If there's anything that's gonna light your dopamine receptors so high and be like, oh my god, this is so good, it's this. It's the number one. I can't think of anything else other than this. And sure, if you want to play video games, go ahead, and you still want to do the hard, and you still want to crave the hard work, because video games, you know, once again, you might like playing it so you can play with your friends, and you know, it might, like, some games you might genuinely enjoy playing. You might not play it because you're addicted. You might want to play it because your friends are and you love laughing and shit and you want to create memories, I guess. If you're gonna do that, at least stop the second part. So yeah, like gooning, like video games, gooning is basically the same thing. Literally the same thing, except on a higher level. Because if I'm being honest, with video games, it doesn't ruin your dopamine receptors. Gooning does. That shit will change, like, one thing you'll realize when people stop doing this is that some traits that they get, number one, they learn to enjoy the little things. Because the little things are the ones, like, your brain is searching for like things to give you dopamine, like gooning did. Except if you stopped, you're not getting that anymore. So that's why it's looking for like little shit to, you know, make it happy. So one thing you realize when people stop doing this thing, they enjoy the little thing. And also, once again, like video games, it tricks your brain into thinking that you did something productive and useful with your life, but you didn't. So yeah, I'm not even gonna go too in depth with this. I'm just trying to emphasize it more because it is a bigger thing than video games, because that's like, especially if you do that and don't play video games, you're still gonna kind of like, it's still gonna kind of affect you. It's still gonna be looking for that. Your brain is still gonna be looking for that session that you're gonna have later in bed, later at night, instead of like working out or running or something. So once again, if you stop, your brain will slowly start to look at, it'll look at other little things, like the smallest shit, the smallest things you could ever imagine. Like it could be like being happy that you have a beautiful lamp in your room, stuff like that, just to fill that dopamine like emptiness in your brain. And 2 is gonna crave the hard work. Only if you start to do the hard task, which leads me to my third part, just start doing the hard tasks. You could quit all these shit habits like video games and gooning. But if you're not replacing that with like the hard tasks, it's just gonna continue to crave the bad thing and just gonna associate dopamine hits with fucking busting all over the place. So you kind of need to, this is one thing I learned in the book Atomic Habits, you need to swap out the bad habits for the good habit. Literally imagine like, instead of, if like, let's say the moment you get home and you like to, you know, instead of doing that, why don't you just like not come home from school first and then just go straight to the gym? That's kind of swapping it around, right? So yeah, I think you kind of already get it. You just need to swap the bad habit for a good habit instead of just completely trying to strip it away, because then your brain is just gonna crave that bad thing as well. So if you swap it for the bad habit for the good habit, it's gonna slowly start to like the second thing, which is the good habit. And I wouldn't say like, maybe it'll most likely push away the bad habit because it's more attached to the new thing. And over time, like over years, like maybe in the first couple months, your brain will kind of still want that bad thing, like the old habit, but it's gonna more over want the new and good habit. And then over a couple years, if you can stay consistent with this, it's gonna like not even want the old habit anymore. Before it might have just like been like, it's not really, I don't really care. Later on in a couple of years, it's gonna be like, no, I don't want that at all. I hope I've gotten this like ingrained into your fucking mind by now. Honestly, it's kind of a simple thing to think. It's really simple, but it's not easy quitting bad habits like this. Because a lot of people, I'm gonna say it again, the biggest mistake people do is they just try to rip out the bad habit and just be like, yeah, discipline, I'm gonna fucking, you know, stop this. And they don't, because there's nothing there to give them that dopamine. Because let's be honest, like if you somehow have the discipline to like strip away the bad habit and not add a good habit that gives them the same amount of dopamine in, you're gonna become depressed, because bro, like dopamine is the fucking happiness hormone. And sure, you can be like, oh yeah, like, you know, let's just strip away the bad habit and be like disciplined and stuff, but you're not gonna be happy, bro. And that's like, you don't want that. So yeah, you still wanna, you know, you don't want to live a miserable life. You still want to, you know, attach a good habit into that. And the entire point of this video is to crave hard work, not to just like remove a bad habit. And in fact, you shouldn't even try to remove a bad habit in the first place. You should try to replace it with a good one. Because once again, if you just try to remove it, your brain is still going to crave that thing. If you replace it, your brain is going to crave the new thing, which is something you want to do. It's something you want to do. It aligns with your goals. So your brain is wanting to do that. Yo, it's a win-win situation. I think that's pretty much it for this video. You know, this is a one habit or one like trick I made. I'd like to say grade 10 or not. Wait, what the fuck am I talking about? Like grade 9. Grade 9, like in summer going into grade 10, I swapped out a lot of bad habits like video games and what else? Just a bunch of bullshit like scrolling on YouTube and finding ways to like swap those bad habits into good ones. That's it. That's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. Make sure to subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later. Let me know in the comments what y'all want to know, what y'all want to see me talk about next. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, bros.